ik ben Doris en ik wil graag alweer een kort kapsel.
Yeah. Doris wants also a short hairstyle. She wants to light it up, so we bleach the hair and we can create some beautiful new colors in her hair.
Ja.
Kun je een rondje erin schat? She turns around to show you what she did herself. And I saw some wonderful creations in between. Thank you very much. Hello friends on YouTube, Doris is back. And I think we're now at the 5th time or something like that.
Vierde.
The last time I thought it was the 2nd time, it was the 3rd, 4th time. But it doesn't matter how much. When you look at her name, you can find her on YouTube. Every video we made with her, because she's the only model I have with this name. Style of protection. Gonna use, of course, a clipper on this hair. Start with that. Ik wil even afschuiven. Even wegleggen.
Ja.
Er kan er niks mee gebeuren.
Dus ik laat jou iets creëren.
Komt goed.
Gewoon iets met regenboogje of zo, is wel leuk.
Start with using a clipper comb. Start about a clipper comb that gives about 8 millimeters. Put my blade in the between, so half. Watch at the hair fall and go in the opposite lines. Kijk muziek. Huh? Okay. Go as fast as the clipper can handle. So don't force anything. And for a father, I turn a bit. So you see here is a crown area. So I go in the underlines, go to the crown area. Can always put a little bit on the skin, so I set up the hairs. But work like a flower. And when you see this crown area goes that way, I go in from above into the opposite lines and turn my clipper in that line. The good thing is when you go in the opposite lines, you never get the lines of the clipper comb into the hairs. I work till I get above the ears, and then I put a smaller clipper comb on. Got me a tangler teaser, I set the hair straight up, so watch if there's still hairs laying on the skin. And there mostly are small hairs that hide between the hairs and think, I don't want to be cut. No, you have to, you bastard. Click on, waar zit ik? Yeah. Click on 2 millimeters. So with the clipper to the back I have 4 millimeters, but when I put it to the front I have 2 millimeters left. So I start on 4 millimeters. and get out on the rounding of the skull. So when I get to the rounding, I lift up and go out. Watch this carefully, Dad. This is all 4 millimeters. Again, go in the opposite lines of the hairs. Get out on the roundings. And especially when you do little children, I mostly hold a hand on the head, so I have more stability. And I know which movements little children does, she doesn't move. Then I put it on the sharpest position, so I have 2 millimeters. I can do this with a clipper comb, but I can also take the clipper comb off and put my blade to the back. It's the same length. So when I put my blade off and put my clipper to the back, and I use my combing position, I have the same length as with the clipper comb. But then I use it combing. Put it in the sharpest position and then I have 0.8 millimeters. Still using it as a comb, so I have a little bit more length. And then I hold it flat on the contour line, but then I'm leaning only on the sides of my clipper. So I don't lay the whole blade on my head, only the side of the clipper. So I get a nice overflow from nothing to something. And I really love the shape of her head. She's really nice, round, perfect for short hairstyles. Lekker warm bolletje heb je vandaag. Het is heel lekker warm.
Ja, dat krijg je als je heel hard gaat fietsen.
Total cleaning of the contour line I do afterwards, because you still have to color the hairs. And then I first have to use the bleach. Also on the front I use my blade laying on the sides, not forcing anything, and just gently go in and make the contour wonderful. I also think this very short hairstyles, especially with soft lines, is very feminine. There's nothing wrong about this. It lays between men and women. I think when men have soft lines, they're also a little bit feminine. And when you use barber lines, I think that's too hard. So it's almost unicorn hairstyle. Everybody can have this, but certainly a clean feeling. It's the most wonderful feeling in the world. Almost.
Sneeuwt haren.
Yeah. Even now when I put my normal cleaning brush over the hairs, I can see small hairs jumping up. Final control, scissor off gone. Then there's no way to hide anymore for hairs. And also very nice practice for the skulls. And Dad, don't try this at home. It's not necessary. Otherwise he will be the best hairdresser of Zealand. Denk je niet?
Ja.
So now I'm gonna make her a bleach. I want this color also to be the lightest color I can have, because then the colors we put on it will be more bright. Je hebt echt een prachtig hoofd.
Dankjewel.
Alsjeblieft, jij hebt bedankt.
Ik heb er hard aan gewerkt.
Nou, jullie papa en mam. En we maken er een heel mooi rond hoofd van. Okay, make Doris bleach. Made it with 6% using the grey bleach, because then I get the most lightest color. No ammonia into this product. Put a photo of the product into the video now.
Leuk als je het aan het editen bent.
Ja. Ja, dan moet je dat gewoon weten. Maar ik moet toch allemaal kijken, dus op materiaal. Lay your plastic foil on your shoulders. Take off the glasses. And applying the bleach, starting on the outgrow. Dat klinkt ook goed, hè? Ja, als je het ook met lang haar kleurt, dan moet je meestal met de uitgroei beginnen. Maar ja, ik kan nou niet anders, maar dat vind ik gewoon leuk om te zeggen. Just making fun with each other. The nice thing of the greyish bleach is that it reduces the gold tones, the copper tones, the reddish colors. So it gives also a bright blonde color. Also put step 1 into it, because I really believe in conditioner into bleach or colors to get the best result afterwards. And the less damage on the hairs. And the skin, of course. Most people forget that, but skin is the most important thing you have. Before I close my plastic foil, I take a little part of carton wax, lay this on the contour on the front. Take off my clip, close it, and console every 15 minutes. So don't go away, we will certainly be back. Okay, now we want to go for a rainbow effect into our hairs, so can to find me a way to do this. So I start with the loom, and start with the red. Applying this on my hair. Het zou fijn zijn dat ik een bril op had gezet eigenlijk.
Maar die van mij?
Nee, dankjewel. Creating my first line, red line, so you see. Thick orange. Getting it with my orange. both colors may overflow a bit, because this gives a nice effect on the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Nou jullie.
Way up high.
Yeah.
Ik snap het zelfs niet, nee.
Get it to my yellow color. And the darker the colors will be, the nicer and the easier it is to applying them, because strong colors overrule the lightest colors. The nice thing, when I rinse it out, still there are some small hairs sticking out, but I have to also rinse this out, so then I come to that. Dan moet ik eigenlijk aan die kant donkerblauw maken, dus de kant waar de regen hangt. Create myself a green. And you can hear the silence of the storm that's coming. I just went over. Getting a blue one. Zit je oor vol te klodderen. I'm also very good in coloring ears. To that, it is soft violet color. This has to stay on the hairs for 50 minutes. Then we'll rinse it out. Then I'll show you the end result. And in between I clean the ears, of course. Now I'm going to blow dry this hair. Not need to blow dry a lot. Put a little bit of protection on and to bring out the lightest color, as light as possible. I really love short hair, it feels so nice clean also. And the wonderful thing of this bleach is that it doesn't irritate the skin at all and doesn't heat up by processing. Now to finish this I use a little bit glow product. There's also extra protection, but also the smell is really nice. Smells like flowers. Otherwise I cannot get with my hands over her hair. And now I could. I thank her for being my model. I thank you for watching. She will certainly turn to show you the end result. And we see each other next video. Bye bye. Ja, doe maar. Nou, dat is superleuk. Dankjewel.
Ja, ook bedankt. Ik ben Doris en ik wil graag alweer een kort kapsel.
Yeah. Doris wants ultra short hairstyle. She wants to light it up, so we bleach the hair and we can create some beautiful new colors in her hair.
Ja.
Kun je een rondje draaien, schat? She turns around to show you what she did herself. And I saw some wonderful creations in between.